Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope you are doing extremely well, and this is your very own Mascot this side. In this video we are going to discuss the LeetCode 848 problem, which is shifting letters. So let us have a look at the problem. So the problem says that you have been given a string S, right? In this case string S is A, B, C, A, B, C. Now you have been given an array shifts. You have been given an array shifts, and in the constraint it is mentioned that the size of the shift array is the size of the shift array is equals to the length of the string. That is, if the length of the string is 3 here, then shift length is also 3. That is 3 indexes, right? 0, 1, 2. Now each index is an integer. Suppose 3, 5, 9. Now what does this indicate is that 3 3 means that I have to change all the index, all like 3 that is index 0. So in the string S, I will have to change 0 to 0 3 times. That is, if A is there, I will have to add it 1, 1, 1. That is, A will change to B, B will change to C will change to D, A will change to B will change to C will change to D. That is 3 operations. You can see 3 operations. This is first operation, second operation, third operation. It is known as a shift operation. First shift, second shift, third shift, something like that. Okay, moving forward I can see 5. So I will say 0 to 1 because it is at index 1. I have to change the index of 0 to 1 5 times. That is, D will now change 5 times. So D will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the first operation it will change to E, then F, then G, then H, then I, right? This will become I now. And so B will also change 5 times. B will also change 5 times. That is, B will go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is, B will go to C, then D, E, F, G, right? Moving forward, I go to index number 2. That means I will have to change all the index from 0 to 2. Right now, B is G, right? I have got my index as IGC, and I have to increase 9 times each 3 of them now. So after getting IGC, I will have to increase 9 shift. I will have to do 9 shift on each index, right? So what is happening is I will have to shift it 9 times. So that is, I becomes you can see I becomes R, G becomes P, and C becomes L after 9 times shifting. After 9 times shifting, I hope that is clear to you, right? So I'm able to understand that you are able to consider what is the input and what is the output, right? At last you will have to return this string, which has been the change string, right? So what did I do? I got A, B, C as my string, and corresponding shift array was 3, 5, 9. Now at A, I first did like this is index 0, 1, 2. At index 0, from 0 to 0, I added shift of that. This array is shifts, right? This array is shifts. I shifted 0 times. I went to 1. From 0 to 1, I went shifts of 1 time, right? At index 2, I went from index 0 to 2, and I shifted shifts of 2 times, right? So if I try to list down, 0 operation is affecting 0. That is, 0 is like these are 3 indexes, 0, 1, 2. So I'm getting 0, 1, 2. That is, string at index 0, the character at 0 index is getting affected by this, by 0, 1, 2, right? Index at 1 is getting affected by this and this, 1 and 2. Index at 2 is getting affected by 2 only, right? 2 only. Okay? 0, 1, 2, 1, 2 and 2. Now moving forward, what is the approach here? So the brute force approach says, whatever the question says, do it. Brute force approach. Brute force approach. The brute force approach says that you have the input as ABC and 359. Just traverse 359. That is, I will do for I equals to 0 up till n minus 1, right? Number of operations is, let us say operations is equals to array of I. That is, it will be 3 first, then 5, then 9. Now what I will do, I will run another loop that will go from 0 to I, and I will just shift the jth character in string by number of ops operations, by number of ops operation. How will I shift it? That is easy. I will say, suppose I have A, I will get it index. That is, I will say A will correspond to 0. I will get it by S of I minus A, That is not a problem, right? I will get s of I minus a. So a will return me 0. I want to shift it 3 times. Suppose I want to shift it 3 times. That is, a will change to b, then c, then d, right? And what is the index of d? So you can see d minus a actually gives me 3 only, right? So I will say just add this number with 3, it becomes 3, and then get your d out of it, and replace, right? So this is the operation, I will be doing. What is the time complexity here, guys? What is the time complexity? So you can see it is running n times. Now it is also running n times approximately. The time complexity will be O of n square, But that is not a good time complexity, right? That is not a good time complexity. What can I do? I can just try to optimize it. So above we saw that in the optimized version, I am saying above we saw that the input string A, B, C, right, and the input array 3, 5, 9. These are my indexes 0, 1, 2. We saw that the zeroth index in the string is getting affected by zeroth operation in the array, first operation in the array, and second operation. First index in the string was getting affected by 1 plus 2, and 2 was getting affected by 2. So if somehow I get the results beforehand, that how many times I have to shift each of them, that could be correct. So if I will go from direction left to right, this is my left, this is my right. If I go in this direction, there are no results, because I will have to add 3 from 0 to 0. I will have to add 5 from 0 to 1. That will take the whole operations which are be done in the brute force approach. But if I try to change my direction of course, I go from right to left, then that can give me something fruitful results. Suppose I start with sum equals to 0. As soon as I start with this, I will add it 9. I will say add 9 to it. You are standing at index 0, that your I is 2 currently, right? You are standing at I equals to 2 and your sum is equals to 9. Now just shift it. By 9 position, because 2 is getting only affected by 2 and 2 contains 9. Shift it and this will be something value. I don't care about it right now. Just shift it, right? This has been done. Move forward. Your I becomes 1 because you are going downwards. You are decreasing I, right? So I becomes 1 now. Right? When I becomes 1, add it to the sum. That is 9 plus 5, 14. And you can see 1 is getting affected by 1 plus 2. That is 5 plus 9 only. So 9 plus 5, 14. I will shift it also. Moving backwards, I equals to 0. Then 14 plus 3 is equals to 17. You can see 0 plus 1 plus 2 is also 17. I will shift A also, and at last when my loop ends, I will get my change string. The circle represents that the characters are changed accordingly. So what I am saying is my approach is looking something like this. I'll say for I equals to n minus 1 up until 0, I will be using I minus minus here. I will declaring sum equal to 0 currently. Now I will be adding the sum plus equals to shifts of I. Now what I will do is shift character at ith position in string by sum, that is by number of sum operations. This will be my function. How will I implement it? I will be doing something like, I will say int x equals to s of I minus a, and you can see that a, b, c, d all up till z. After z it will repeat 2a, so I can say sum percentile equals to 26, because that only will matter, right? Because after 26 operation I will return the same character. So I will say sum percentile equals to 26. After that what I will do is si minus a I have got. Now I will say x plus equals to sum, and now si will be yours a plus x, right? Now let us try to code it down. This will give you all your answers. Let us try to code it down now. Alright guys, so here we are. So as I said, I will say int sum equals to 0 currently. Now I will say my length is equals to int n equals to length. Start your diversity from the last. So int I equals to n minus 1, I greater than equals to 0, I minus minus. What I will be doing is, I will say Okay, shifts I percentile equals to 26, because that only will matter, right? Only 26 positions matter. Now I will say sum plus equals to shifts I, and now take some percentile also. Some percentile equals to 26. Now I will say my character int x equals to si minus a, right? This will give me the position of the current character, right? Now a plus equals to sum, and now to avoid overloading, this will be x, sorry, this will be x. Now x plus percentile equals to 26, again to avoid overloading. Now I will say character a equals to a plus x, and I will change it. This will be x here, it will be x here, and now I will change it. So s of I, sorry, equals to a. This will change the character, and at last after the loop I can just simply return my s, because that will be my answer string. Let us try to compile and run it. Hope it will run fine. Hope it will not give any error. It is running fine. Let us try to submit it as well. It is taking a minute. Yeah, it has been accepted. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you liked it. Hope you were able to understand the question. And if any problem arises, you know where to comment me. I will be open to the comments, and you can DM me in the personal social media handles also. The links are attached in the description. So please don't forget to check them out. Thank you. Have a nice day.